You've heard it a million times, right? Trust your gut. It's this piece of advice that sounds so profound, so wise. But what if that internal compass is actually broken? Today, we're putting intuition on trial. We're going to dive into when you should absolutely listen to that gut feeling and when it's just a trap waiting to be sprung.
So trust your gut. It's simple, it's decisive, it feels good. But is it actually smart? That's the real question, isn't it? We're about to find out when that little inner voice is your most trusted guide and when it's leading you straight into danger.
Okay, picture this. You hop in a cab and the driver tells you that. A little unsettling, right? You would never trust an intuitive driver who has no training. And yet, we do this all the time with some of the biggest decisions in our lives, our money, our careers. And that is the core danger we're talking about today.
That scary cab driver scenario, it has some very real and very expensive consequences in the real world. This isn't just some philosophical debate. Following your gut when you shouldn't can have a hard, measurable financial cost.
Take investing, for example. When it comes to the stock market, our instincts are often just wired completely backwards. A 2024 Morningstar report found that our gut reaction, to panic sell when prices drop and get greedy when they rise, is pretty much a guaranteed way to lose money.
And here's the price tag for that bad intuition: 1%. That's the gap every single year between how a fund performs and what the average investor actually pockets. Now, 1% might not sound like a whole lot, but believe me, year after year, it adds up to a staggering amount of money just left on the table.
And this chart just lays it out perfectly. Look on the left, the funds themselves averaged a 7.3% return. Pretty good. But then look on the right. The average investor, acting on all those gut feelings, only got 6.3%. That 1% difference? We can call that the intuition tax.
So, if our intuition is costing us this much, what exactly is it? It's time to pull back the curtain on this whole supposedly mystical power and see what's really going on in our brains. Because it's not magic, it's mechanics.
So here's the scientific take. Intuition is really just your brain running on autopilot. It's a massive collection of mental shortcuts or routines that are built from all your past experiences and patterns you've seen. It's designed for one thing: speed, not for navigating complex modern problems. Let's just break this down: myth versus reality. We love the myth, right? That intuition is some mystical power, a sixth sense, an infallible guide. But the reality is way more practical. It's simply pattern recognition. It's a series of mental shortcuts, and this is the most important part: when it actually works, it's just training in disguise.
And this is what training in disguise looks like in the real world. A firefighter can't sit there and analyze a collapsing building. They have to rely on an instinct that's been forged by thousands of hours of training. Their gut feeling is actually high-speed expertise. The same goes for a pilot in an emergency, or a chess grandmaster who just senses the right move.
Okay, so now let's flip the coin. We've seen how this system of shortcuts can be brilliant. Now let's see how it can lead us completely astray. We're going to look at one specific cognitive bias that our intuition absolutely loves to use, often with, pretty terrible results. All right, I want you to answer this one for yourself. Which of these two cities has a bigger population? Just go with your gut. Which name feels more familiar? Which one pops into your head more easily?
The correct answer is Abidjan, in the Ivory Coast. Now, if you guessed Los Angeles, you are definitely not alone. Your brain just fell for a classic trick that psychologists Tversky and Kahneman call the availability bias. It substituted an easy question, which name is more familiar, for the hard one, which city actually has more people? Your intuition gave you a fast answer, but it was the wrong one.
And hey, this isn't just about trivia questions. Studies show that even super successful CEOs fall into this exact trap. They'll have one successful company merger, and that success makes them overconfident in their gut. Then they go make future acquisitions that are totally ill-advised and end up destroying value. Their past success actually tricked their intuition.
Okay, so we've seen the dangers, we've seen the traps. The solution isn't to just ignore your intuition completely. The key is to know when to listen and when to hit the pause button. So let's build a practical toolkit for making much smarter decisions.
I want you to think of it like a traffic light for your gut. For green light decisions, low-stakes stuff like what do you want for lunch, or in situations where you are a true expert, go for it. Trust your gut. But for yellow light decisions, the big, high-stakes, complex choices that are outside your expertise,
That gut feeling is a signal. It's a signal to stop and think.
So, what do you do when you hit that yellow light? Here's the action plan. 4 simple steps. Step 1, just recognize the gut feeling. Don't act on it, just notice it. Step 2, question it. Ask yourself, is this real expertise talking or is it just a bias like familiarity? Step 3, stop and go gather some real external data. And step 4, and this one is crucial, consult. Talk to experts, get a second opinion from someone who isn't trapped inside your own head.
And this quote right here, it really just gets to the heart of the whole thing. Our intuition is an absolute masterpiece of evolutionary design for helping us survive on ancient savannas. It's built to help us spot a lion in the tall grass, not to navigate the insane complexities of modern financial markets.
And that leaves us with one final thought to take away. The next time you're at a major crossroads and you feel that powerful, undeniable pull from your gut, just ask yourself this question. Recognizing the ancient tool you're working with, that's the very first step to using it wisely in our very modern world. Thanks for tuning in.